The lie about getting rich slowly and why it feels so bad at first. Let me mess with your head for a second. What if I told you that the most painful part of building wealth isn't being broke? It's doing everything right and still feeling like nothing is working. You save, you invest, you say no to dumb purchases, and 3, 4, 5 years later, you open your account and think, that's it? No fireworks, no freedom, just a number that feels insultingly small compared to the effort. Meanwhile, someone you barely respect just casually mentions their portfolio went up more last quarter than you saved all year. And you start wondering if this whole thing is a scam. It's not, but it is cruel. Why the beginning feels broken. Here's the part nobody explains. In the early years, investing doesn't feel like wealth building. It feels like manual labor. If you have $10,000 invested and the market has a great year, congratulations. You made a few $100. That's not money working for you. That's your money politely holding the door open. So your brain does the math and says, I'm the one doing all the work. And your brain is right. Early on, almost 100% of your progress comes from you, not the market. That's why it feels slow. That's why it feels unfair. That's why people quit. The boulder problem, think of wealth like pushing a massive boulder uphill. At the start, you're leaning into it with everything you have, sweating, slipping, questioning your life choices. You look back after an hour and realize you've moved it 5 feet. That's zero to your first $100,000. It's not supposed to feel good. It's supposed to feel heavy because you are the engine, the invisible switch nobody sees. But here's what changes everything. There's a point, a very boring, very uncelebrated point, where the math flips sides, usually around your first $100,000. Nothing magical happens in the world, but in the equation, the market finally starts pulling its weight. Now, a decent year doesn't add lunch money. It adds real money. Your contributions still matter, but now they're amplified. That boulder doesn't feel glued to the ground anymore. It starts to move. Right when things start getting easier, people sabotage themselves. They finally see progress and think, I made it. I deserve this. Bigger apartment, nicer car, more lifestyle. And just like that, the snowball stops growing. Not because they failed, but because they traded speed for comfort. Sometimes that trade is worth it, but most people don't realize what they're giving up. The difference between doing okay and being free is often just a few more years of pressure. When money starts acting weird, once your portfolio gets big enough, something strange happens. The numbers stop feeling real. A bad month might erase what used to be your annual salary. A good month might add more than you earn at work. And you don't celebrate. You don't panic. You make a sandwich and move on. That's when you realize your job is no longer your only lifeline. That's financial independence beginning. Not with yachts, but with reduced fear. The real final boss. But here's the part no spreadsheet prepares you for. Once the math is solved, psychology becomes the problem. People don't keep working because they need the money. They keep working because they don't know who they are without the job. Money can buy freedom. It can't tell you what to do with it. That part is on you. So what's the actual strategy? It's boring. It's repetitive. And it works. Automate your investing. Contribute consistently. Don't touch the snowball. And while the math compounds quietly in the background, build a life you wouldn't want to escape from. Because the goal isn't a number. The goal is reaching a point where the number stops controlling you. Final thought. If you're in the early phase, struggling, doubting, watching slow progress, you're not behind. You're exactly where the math says you should be. Don't quit now. This is the part that filters people out. If this helped you see the long game more clearly, subscribe for more videos like this. Your future self will thank you.